welcome to the latest episode of Christmas month 2021. Today we're going to review 8 Crazy Nights, which is a 2002 animated film starring Adam Sandler, and it stars Rob Schneider as the Chinese waiter slash narrator of the film. The narrator and Chinese waiter are two different characters. You have Jackie Sandler as Jennifer, who is Adam Sandler's wife in real life. You got Jon Lovitz, who got top bill, even though he's in one scene of the movie, as Tom Batzazar. Kevin Nealon as the mayor. Norm Crosby as the judge. And you have like some of the regulars of Adam Sandler movies like Peter Dante, Kevin P. Farley, which is what was the other Farley guy? Chris Farley? Yeah, that's like Chris Farley's brother. You got Blake Clark, and Tom Kenny's in the movie as well. The movie's directed by Seth Kearsley, right? And I already said it came out in 2002. So while we're doing that, we're going to fight Dhoulmagus in Dragon Quest VIII. This is my third time fighting this guy. I keep losing, and I go out to grind, get better equipment, come back, get my ass kicked, go back to grind again with better equipment, and so on. So this is like the third time I've been fighting this guy. It's a 2-stage fight. I really hope I don't have to fight the first form again, because I'm going to be pissed off. Alright. So, the movie is, like, mostly a Hanukkah movie, right? But there's a lot of Christmas stuff in the movie as well. Oh, it doesn't look like we'll have to fight it doesn't look like we have to fight the first form again. Thank God. Yeah. So the movie's about, Adam Sandler voices, like, 3 major characters in the film. Davy Stone, Whitey, and his sister Eleanor. And Davy Stone is this 33-year-old alcoholic loser who is a no good asshole in the film, who has a tragic backstory. His parents died when he was, not 12. I think they said 12. I would have to double check. Right. Okay. So, his parents died at 12. So what happens? The movie starts off. It's the first night of Hanukkah, right? It's during the holidays, and Davy, after skipping out on a bill in a Chinese restaurant, goes to, also he's like completely drunk, goes into his car, right, and tries to drive home drunk, but gets caught by the cops, right. He runs away, causes this huge accident, and knocks over 2 giant ass ice sculptures. Ice sculptures, right? Which is, one is like a giant, Santa Claus. The other is the 8 candle holder for Hanukkah, whatever that fucking thing is called. Which my sister, for some reason, owns one. I don't know what the fuck the story is with that. Yeah, but my sister owns one. It's like, what the fuck? I forget what it's called. Is it a menorah or some shit like that? Not to be offensive, but like, you know, I don't know what the eight candle holder thing is. Yeah. So like, yeah. So what happens? He goes to jail. Sorry, he goes to court, and you know he's been in and out of the court system, right? And he's about to get sentenced to 10 years in prison, which to me seems a little harsh, because all he did, I mean, he did run away from the cops, right? He tried to avoid arrest, which is probably a serious crime, but like 10 years for like drunken disorderly, what the fuck, dude? I didn't even mean to hit that. For drunken disorderly seems a bit much, right? But what ends up happening is Whitey, who's this 70-year-old midget with clubfoot and hairy buns and torso, goes to the judge and is like, "Hey, let me, I'm going to retire as referee at the Jewish Community Center, basketball team or whatever. So like, let me, you know, train Davey as my replacement. He used to be a really good like basketball player back in the day, right?" So the judge agrees to this and lets Davey. Oh fuck! I didn't get a chance to heal. Oh fuck's sakes! God damn it, Angelo! You're supposed to be like, you're supposed to have like, you know, a high speed stat. Fucking guy. You really need multi-heal to beat this boss. Okay, I'm gonna try to use Sing. Okay. Let's have him use multi-heal again. Yeah, so the movie is basically, it's kind of like the Grinch in a way where like you have this character who's a tragic backstory, who's like you know, kind of a Scrooge like character who's like hates the holidays, hates Christmas, but like after finding friendship with the Whitey, a more pathetic person than him, but who's like super optimistic, right? Our character Davey, you know, learns to become a better person, right? Learns to become a better person, right? And there's lots of songs in the film, right? The film is very beautifully animated. It totally reminds me of that Anastasia movie, and the Titan AE. Though I think those had different directors, but maybe it was done by the same studio. I don't know. I thought the animation was beautiful. One major problem with this film that a lot of people have is that you have beautiful animation, but it serves like a gross script. Like a lot of the jokes in the film are very juvenile, right? There's a lot of gross out humor. There's like, you know, scenes where Whitey goes to clean out like a porta potty, and Davey knocks down the porta potty with Whitey in it, and it slides down a hill. Whitey gets covered in shit, and like Davey goes to hose him off and freezes him, right? And like, you know, he gets frozen, and like there's this group of deer that are friends with Whitey that help him out several times throughout the movie. They show up, they lick the ice to free him, and then they show their teeth to the camera, and their teeth is covered in shit. It's like super gross, man. Oh my god, it was super gross. Yeah, there's a lot of gross out humor, right? The mayor's like wife in the movie is like a dude in a dress, which kind of reminded me of the Halloween movie, Hubie Halloween, which we reviewed on this channel around like Halloween, where Shaq, who plays like the radio guy, is married to like a trans woman, which was the actress I looked up online was a real woman who they dubbed over. This was like a dude in like a dress with a wig who had like 5 o'clock shadow. Oh, that's Sizzle. I thought that was Frizzle. Oh my god. So yeah, I don't know. I really thing is also I forgot to mention there's lots of songs like comedic songs in the movie, right? Which is a lot of them are sung by a lot of them are sung by oh, we should probably do that. Are sung by Adam Sandler, right? Which Adam Sandler as a voice actor is probably a really good voice actor. I had no idea that was when I would first watch this movie that was him as Whitey and Eleanor. Eleanor totally sounds like an old woman, right? So like him, like I was super shocked to learn that was him, right? Which apparently he would do those voices when he was on when he was on what's it called, SNL, which I never watched SNL. I was more of a fan of, I know people are gonna laugh, I was more of a fan of Mad TV, even though like I don't know, to me Mad TV was funny for what it was, right? Especially the whole Stewart character. And I really liked the episode where they had Avril Lavigne in one of the skits, which was funny. Oh my god. Yeah, I missed Mad TV back in the day. Mad TV was funny. Though like it's like some of the people who are on Mad TV are kind of like, dude, like who used to be on Mad TV are fucking kind of like jokes, man. Like the for example, Bobby Lee, like his brother went on a podcast one time and was like, dude, my brother goes to places that he thinks like will get him recognized, like he'll hang out at skate shops and shit. It's like, what the fuck, man. Oh my god. So I don't know, like this movie, it's the thing where this movie, if you're not an Adam Sandler fan, and you're not a fan of like 2D animation back when like they still did that shit, you might not enjoy this movie. But I don't know, I really I don't mind, like, grossed out humor. And like I said, I was kind of a fan of this movie growing up as a kid. Because this was, like, this was, as far as, like, edgier, like, not R-rated Christmas movies, but, like, 14A Christmas movies, this was, like, kind of, like, the only thing to watch back in the day, right? So I don't know, I enjoyed this movie, and if I were to give it a rating, I think it's at least, for the animation alone, it's worth a 6.5 out of 10, right? And the movie, like all good holiday movies, has heart, right? So yeah, you gotta give it that, yeah. So I don't know, we're gonna try to beat this, for the rest of the video. The review is over, we're just gonna try to beat this boss. Right, which Dhoulmagus turned into. That's one of the things I hate about this game. is that I got to this boss like 15 hours ago, and I had the grind to get better equipment, which getting equipment in this game, it's so fucking expensive, man. And it takes forever for the alchemy urn or whatever for like new combinations, especially for rare equipment. It takes fucking forever. I think I waited like 5 hours just for a piece of equipment, right? Oh, we actually beat him. Yeah, and like one thing I hate about this game, this is obviously a fake out boss battle, right? But for a fake out boss battle, this boss was pretty hard, man. It doesn't seem that it was hard, but like this is the second half of the boss battle, right? So obviously the game is not going to end now, right? We're going to find out some other shit. We're going to find out, like, oh, he was probably the servant of some guy. If I actually beat the game here and now, I would be so happy. But I know this isn't the end of the game, because, like, there's so many places we haven't gone to on the fucking world map. This is when we find out, like, he was, like, actually the servant of an evil monster, like in Dragon Quest Swords. Which, if you haven't played Dragon Quest Swords for the Wii, it's actually a decent game. It only takes like 12 hours to beat. Now Abbot Francesco can rest in peace, and I'm free to do as I please. What's wrong with her? You just avenged your brother. What the fuck? I knew it! The game's not over. What are the rude things to say? Maybe we should destroy the fucking scepter? And now we'll break the curse? Yeah, why not destroy the scepter? Having... What the fuck? Is Jessica gonna get possessed? Like, Puck did? Not Puck. What was the one guy from Record of Lotus War where they defeated the evil witch Carla, and then, like, she ended up possessing our thief in the party? So obviously we did not beat the game, which sucks because we're like 50 hours in. Oh well. Well, that was it for this review, guys, for 8 Crazy Nights. My next review, I haven't decided yet. We're kind of on a toss up to either review like a low budget horror film like Krampus the Reckoning, or doing something like, I don't know, like something like the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't know. Like, you guys, let me know. Should I review Krampus the Reckoning, or should I review How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is the Jim Carrey one, not the recent Grinch